What's up everybody, you're very welcome along to Mundo Sporto for today's match day. Manchester United travel to this Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a stupid name that is, by the way. They really need to get a sponsor on board and give it a better name to take on Jose Mourinho's side. We just seen West Ham confirm their place inside the top four by beating Leicester by 3-2, and that opens up the top four race even more. Just having a little look at it, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're looking ahead going, we can catch Leicester. Even Liverpool fans like myself now are looking up, Everton fans as well, thinking, hang on, third may be an option here. So that makes today's game even more significant. Manchester United fans out there would have seen Manchester City slip up yesterday against Leeds as well. So who knows, ladies and gents, who knows what's to play for this season. So sit back, relax. I'm going to take you through the teams. As always, this stream has been brought to you with thanks to our friends at the OneFootball app. If you haven't downloaded the OneFootball app yet, then shame on you. It is the best football app out there, bar none. You've heard me talk about it before. There's going to be a link at the top of the chat in a second. There is a link in the description of the stream as well. Download the OneFootball app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. If you're lucky enough to be like me and be an iPhone user, there's a brand new augmented reality feature on there which really does kick ass. You can project the starting 11, whatever, onto the floor, touch on the player, look at all the stats. It really is cool. You've obviously got your league tables, your fixtures, all your transfer gossip, video content as well. OneFootball is basically a Bible for a football app. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I like to think about it. And they help little football YouTubers like us as well, and many others around the world. So much love to the OneFootball app. Don't forget to download, as I said, folks, and thank you to the guys for letting us do what we do. How are we, gents and ladies? I hope you're all well. I'm good. WFM, nice to see you in. I think I did promise you something, mate. Where are we? 1 second. There you go. I think I promised you that, but we'll move on. What else we got? Jaden, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Who do I want to win today? Do you know what? I have to stay neutral, mate, because that's the way we run the channel. And I will call the game down the middle, but if it suits us more if United win. Like, there's no hiding that. I'm a Liverpool fan. And we're in a race for a top four with Everton, with West Ham, with Chelsea, with Spurs. So, you know, I'd be an idiot to say that it wouldn't suit Liverpool better if United were to take some points off Spurs today. I mean, I have to be real about these things as well. Tanzania's in the house. How are you, mate? Ali, nice to see you. I've just given somebody a mod, mate, so I don't need to dish out another one. But I tell you what, Ali, tell me and I'll keep you in the next one, Ali. How's that sound? Remind me in a couple of weeks when we get a little bit busier and I'll get you sorted out. If not for the Euros at least, Ali. But I love the thoughts of having a Tanzanian moderator, mate. So just keep me in mind and I promise I'll keep you up. I think he's watching Zig and Zag. No, I'm here, mate. I'm live. I'm on show here. Look at me waving. Hi. I'm here. Hi, magnificent Houlden. I'll take that, Scousy Red. How are you? Hope you're all well. Look, we have a little look at the starting 11s, folks, for today's game. Again, brought to you with thanks to the good folks at the OneFootball app. Here's what both managers have gone for. Start with Jose Mourinho. He's gone for Hugo Lloris, Serge Aurier, Houlden, Dyer and Reguilon as the back five. Two Houlden midfielders then, Ndombele and Højbjerg. Then he's gone for Son, Moura and Lo Celso with Harry Kane up top. Dean Henderson takes his place in goal today for Manchester United. Then it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw comes back in after a bit of a fitness concern after going off against Granada. Then in midfield, it's Fred and Scott McTominay. That has been the go-to for quite a while for Solskjaer. Pogba's flirted in and out of that position, but he seems to be starting a little bit further forward today. Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and Edinson Cavani make up the Manchester United starting 11. So let me know your predictions, folks. Let me know what you think about both teams' starting lineups. I'm going to go for a 2-1 United win in this one, I think. That's my prediction on this one. I've been on a bit of a roll this weekend, to be fair. I nearly got El Clasico right. I was close. I went for a 2-2 and Barca rattled the bar in the last minute. I had a 2-1 prediction for Liverpool to beat Villa. That one came in. So, yeah, 2-1 in this one for United. That's my guess. I've been lucky enough, actually, to be at that Spurs stadium. We were doing some filming in London about 2 or 3 months before lockdown started, before it became a COVID world, and we were over in London and one night we had nothing to do and we said, why don't we go down, and Spurs were playing a replay against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup and the tickets were only like 20 quid or something, so we said, why don't we go down And we went down, and Mike, I have to say, it is a truly magnificent stadium. It really, really is. It's class. I mean, if you're ever down around that neck of the woods, you get a chance to go and visit it. It's a class stadium. You're a bandwagon Packers fan and not a Liverpool fan, fake American. I'm a bandwagon Packers fan, 100%. No problem admitting that, mate. I only started following the NFL last year, and Aaron Rodgers caught my eye. So yeah, absolutely on that one. I'm not a Liverpool fan. On that one, mate, I am more of a Liverpool fan than you will ever know. And you do know everybody has to come to a sport at some time, Princess, don't you? So I've forgotten more about Liverpool, mate, than most Liverpool fans will know. So call me a fake Liverpool fan all you want. The thing is, you're just another petulant little bitch looking for a pat on the head from somebody of some note, mate. So bandwagon Packers fan, no problem. Absolutely, mate, I'll admit to that. Just found NFL last year, fell in love with the sport and start watching it. But you know what? Loads of people do that, mate. We've got loads of Liverpool fans from around the world who just fell in love with the club in the last few years. And unlike you, sir, I welcome these people to our family and to our platforms, because everybody has to start liking a sport at some time, and everybody catches the bug at some time. So whether you're a new United fan, whether you're a new Barca fan, a new Liverpool fan, whoever you are, unlike you, sir, these people are always welcome on my platforms, because the more people the merrier, and the more people that we can get in love with our sport, the better. So, call me a bandwagon Packers fan. You're absolutely right. I fell in love with the sport. I love watching Aaron Rodgers play the game. But you're a nobody. That's the difference. You can call me what you want, but people know who I am. You'll always be a nobody, mate. So what have we got? 2-1 United wins at RSH. Jensk said, I think we'll try to help Liverpool today. You need it. I don't know if we need it, mate. We're doing our bits. We're doing alright at the minute. I mean, 3 wins in a row in the Premier League. I think we're doing alright. That's a really offensive thing to say for Craig, who's been supporting for so long. Mate, look, don't pay attention to him. He's just another idiot looking to be had a little pat on the head, mate. I don't even know who he is, where he is, what age he is, and he calls me not a Liverpool fan. I've been supporting the club 31 years at this point. I don't need somebody else's approval, mate, to tell me what to do. Do you know what I mean? The Packers stuff's true. I only started watching the NFL last year, and I loved the way Aaron Rodgers played the game, so he caught my eye. That's simple. I mean, no problem admitting that. But yeah, look, don't worry about what other people think about how you support a club, mate. If you support a club, if you like a club, whatever sport it is, have at it. Whatever brings you joy and happiness. Don't let others piss in your cornflakes, as I like to say. Addison said United will get revenge 3-1. The teams are coming out onto the pitch now. Well said, Craig, said Barry's World. Mate, look, I deal with these type of morons day in, day out, week in and week out, and they have no argument, so there's no point in giving them any anger anymore. I just pity the sad fuckers at this point. I'm cutting lawnmower while listening. Nice, I'll take it. I'm using a lawnmower while listening. I'm cutting the lawn while listening. So I just 4 times, mate, I had to read that, and that's my bad, not yours. What have we got? Did you watch WrestleMania last night? I didn't. No, I didn't, Jaden. I was working quite late, and then I was playing catch up. I recorded the Conor Ben fight, and my God, there was an absolute belter of a women's fight on the card. I don't know if you've seen it last night on Conor Ben's undercard. A girl from Australia fighting an English girl, and it was an absolute war. It was a joy to watch. It really was a great fight. I don't have a favourite NBA team, Nathan. I don't watch the NBA, mate, so I wouldn't have one. Right, let's have a look one more time again at the starting 11s real quick, folks, before we get underway. Hugo Lloris starts in goal for Spurs. Serge Aurier at right back. Reguilon at left back. Then it's Dyer and Roden that make up the back 4. Højbjerg and Ndombele in midfield. Then it's Son, Moura, Lo Celso and Kane make up the attacking 4 for Jose Mourinho's side. Dean Henderson in goal for Manchester United. Then it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw as fullbacks. Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are the centre-back pairing. Fred and Scott McTominay are playing the holding midfield role. Then it's Rashford, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and Edinson Cavani. And again, want to say shout out to our sponsors, the OneFootball app, without whom we wouldn't be here doing this. There is a link to the OneFootball app. If you're going to download it, please do use our link, because it lets them know we sent you across, and helps out in future talks that we have with the good folks of the OneFootball app. Check out the new AR feature, augmented reality. If you're an iPhone user, you've got everything on there. League tables, statistics, press conference stuff, video content, everything that you need to keep the football fan entertained. And it's my favourite app to use on the toilet as well. There's a little FYI that nobody needed to know about. But sit back, relax, folks, and I will do my best to take you through the game. Okay, who are we? Let me get the clock ready to go. Nice one. Obviously, nobody needs me to tell you Spurs in their home strip of white, United in their home strip of red. Do I like rugby? I watch it, but again, not a fan of anyone in particular. Although, look, I did see Leinster's comeback yesterday, 14-0 down after 8 minutes against Exeter. What a comeback that was. I'm somebody who just likes sport, mate. I dip in and out of a lot of sports, but it's boxing and football and darts. Boxing, football and darts would be the three that I'd really watch, like, religiously. Do you think Leicester will bottle top four? You know what, mate? I said no, no, no all along, and now I'm starting to say yes, AZ Shaq, because there's 4 points now between us and them. There's less points between Chelsea and them, and West Ham are breathing down their necks as well. So I do think that Leicester are in a bit of a world of trouble, and they've got a big injury crisis as well. And I'm starting to think, even if Chelsea do finish above us, that we could still nick into the top four. It's really opening up there. What a race it is for the top four. United fans, maybe you still have your eye on City. It's a bit of a stretch, but maybe you do. I think United and City are untouchable. I don't think anybody will rein them back in. But, I think there's 2 places to play for now in the top four instead of just one. So if you're an Everton fan, a Liverpool fan like myself, or a Spurs fan, West Ham fan, Chelsea fan, you're going to like your chances. Do I want United to win? It would help us, Zach. It would help Liverpool, but I will call the game neutrally as always, mate. But I can't lie and say it wouldn't help Liverpool if United won today. No, I won't unban your other account, mate. You're a dickhead. And I don't care if it was you coming in. Usually I accept an apology, but no, you can be banned on this account as well, because I don't give a shite, mate. You don't come in with that attitude towards anybody in life. Who the hell are you to call somebody else a fake fan, mate? Who are you, honestly? Regardless of whether you're a nobody or not, who are you as a human being to tell others, to dictate to others who they can and can't support, and that they're a fake fan of anybody? No, I don't want you in our community, mate, so don't care how many accounts you have. Each time you come back in and are stupid enough to let me know, you're just going to get banned again. And something we do on all our channels, mate. We don't care about how many subscribers we have. We probably have way over 100,000 on Anfield Gen if we hadn't banned so many people because they don't fit into our chat. We want people who are welcome and open, loving and friendly to others, mate. We don't want people who think that they're Billy Big Bollocks. So, no, mate, you can't come back in. I did watch the Frampton fight. Yes, I did. And Herring fully deserved the win. Broke Frampton down. Frampton couldn't get in close and Herring broke him up, and it was the corner were right to throw in the towel, and fair play to him. 35 years of age, you get a couple of big fights now, hopefully a few big paydays for the lad, and best of luck to him. And sad to see Frampton end his career like that. I was there when he won his first world title, but full credit to Herring, he deserved the win. And I thought Frampton was very gracious in defeat as well. Right, we're underway, folks. Lindelof launches the ball diagonally out left hand side. Pogba tries to flick it on, but the ball breaks down. Luke Shaw lets it go out, and it'll be a Manchester United throw in left hand side. As always, folks, lovely to have you with us. Appreciate you being here today. Anything that catches your eye or at, let me know. Anything you want to chat about at half time, keep me informed. McTominay now out to Pogba left hand side. Pogba against Aurier, who does well, cuts back inside. Oh, Cavani's picked it up now. It's gone loose again though, and it's back with the Spurs defence, and they knock. Sorry, I need to get my phone ready. They knock it out right hand side. Bit of a wobble, by the way, in the Leicester game. To see that West Ham 3-0 up, and Leicester nearly came back, got it back to 3-2. Keep your score predictions coming in as well, folks. I don't really watch WWE AZ Shack anymore. Watched it religiously, mate, right through to probably my mid-20s. But the odd time I'll flick, if there's nothing on TV, I'll flick across. But it won't be as big as I was back in my 20s and such. Reguilon now, left side for Spurs. He breaks forward, plays the ball infield. Spurs have done well. Son moves it at right hand side to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura, strike deflected off Luke Shaw and it goes behind for a Spurs corner. First, we had a bit of attacking intent shown by the home side. Reguilon played the ball forward. I think it was Lo Celso then played it out to Son. Son out to Lucas Moura. He shifted onto his right foot, tries a strike. Luke Shaw gets a block on it, and as I said, it goes behind for Spurs corner right hand side. Can I ask you good folks a question? Let me just see this corner and then I have a question to ask you. It's nothing to do with football, but remind me in a second if I forget about it. 2 minutes gone, first corner of the game, right hand side to Spurs. They're packing that 6-yard box as well, right on top of Henderson. Looks like it'll be an in-swinger. Ball comes in. It's cleared away by McTominay, drops to Son. Son can't get over the top of the ball and the strike goes over the bar. Right, I'm wearing a hoodie right now, as you can see, folks. And I have this little debate with my missus. I wear hoodies a lot of the time with no t-shirts underneath them because I just enjoy... I don't know if it's the freedom or whatever, but anybody else like that, or does everybody who wears a hoodie always have a t-shirt underneath, or even a sweater? Would you always wear a t-shirt underneath, or is it just me that's that weird? Lindelof carries the ball forward now for United, out right hand side. Rashford manages to keep the ball in. The 18 said nope. So I'm gathering that you wear a t-shirt. Agri Ban Ireland said, yeah, same. Hoodies with t-shirts. Always wear a t-shirt. Now I wear a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt underneath. You got to at least wear a vest or something. No, don't wear vests. I don't wear t-shirts. Says always a tee. Maybe it's a fat thing. Maybe it's an Asperger's autism thing. I don't know. I know my son, for instance. He there's certain pieces of clothing that he won't let touch his skin, that he just doesn't agree with, doesn't like the feeling of. Maybe I'm the same, I don't know. Maybe it's a fat thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I like a bit of freedom. Boo freedom, I understand, says more the... could be that, yeah, could well be that. And Dombele now shifts the ball across to Reguilon, left hand side. Reguilon bursts into the United half. He's been chased by Marcus Rashford. Does he go down? Referee said no, he lost his own balance. Manchester United still in possession with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. McTominay now. Fred shifts the ball out left hand side to Luke Shaw. Shaw back to Harry Maguire. Little 1-2 with Fred. Maguire out left hand side to Shaw. I've said this before, I'll say it again. What an improvement it's been this season from Luke Shaw. You know, pains me to say this because usually I'll be making the argument for Robbo, but he has to be up there with the best left back in the league this season. He really does. I mean, there is some good performances. Chilwell's been very good at times as well, but for me, I think Luke Shaw has been probably the standout left back in the Premier League this season. Robbo's had a bit of a mixed bag, as have a lot of Liverpool players, but, you know, I've really been impressed with Shaw this season. Too hot for that in Arizona. Yes, that I understand, Dara. In Arizona, mate, I'd probably be 100% cotton or linen all the way, if I'm being honest with you. Ordered myself a couple of t-shirts from Sports Direct the other day. So I always like to carry more organic t-shirts. If you get a chance on Sports Direct or wherever you are, carry more organic t-shirts are gorgeous. But I seen a bamboo t-shirt the other day, which is apparently even softer. So I ordered me one of them from Sports Direct. Anybody ever ordered any of the organic t-shirts? The Caramore ones or the bamboo ones? The organic ones, honestly. Oh, I ordered my missus one and she's like, I never want another t-shirt again once you put it on. She's like, they really are just so soft. This is not a clothes show, Craig. This is a football show. Stop talking about hoodies and t-shirts, fella. Reguilon now with the throw in, left hand side. Throws it into Kane. Kane's dispossessed, ball breaks to Maguire. Fred. What's my favourite chocolate brand? I would have always said Cadbury's, but Cadbury's, since I think Mondelez have taken them over and they've gone away from this glass and a half in every bar to this oily nonsense. It's a very difficult answer, this. Are we talking mass produced? Because, you know, there's a lot of artisan chocolate makers. I like green and blacks. They're nice chocolate. If you've ever had any of them. Green and blacks do a lovely butterscotch chocolate bar. It's gorgeous. Lindt is alright. I think it gets a bit boring though. I think if green and blacks for me is the standard of chocolate. Darkside said, "Hi Humpty." Hi Dumpty. Again, I'm gonna just let you know. Again, interesting fact, there is no proof anywhere that Humpty Dumpty was ever an egg, by the way. That was just an illustration that somebody made. There's no actual proof that Humpty Dumpty was an egg. There's your interesting fact. Cream eggs, no, they taste like medicine. No, not for me. Regulon has won himself a free kick here, fell by Pogba out on that right hand side. Yeah, they just taste like medicine to me. You get a bit of everything on here, James. Do you know what I mean, buddy? Bit of everything. Bit of Gogglebox, bit of chocolate, bit of clothes. We'll talk crisps at some point as well, I'm sure. Cream eggs aren't lovely, Keen. Ah, come on, buddy. Mars bars. Nobody... Mars bar. The only time anybody ever eats a Mars bar is when it's either the last thing left in a tub of celebrations or it's at Christmas and, you know, it's all that's left in the selection box, or they're 10 for £1 in a shop. Nobody buys Mars bars, surely, mate. God almighty. Snickers, different level now, but Rashford, he's dispossessed. Referee says illegally so. Free kick to Manchester United. The Galaxy's decent now. I did think long and hard about Galaxy when I was answering that one. Spurs have won it back. The ball bounces off the referee, but he allows it to play on because Spurs are still in possession. Reguilon now left side. Spurs have won it back. Son has it now. It's a bit of a broken game so far. Nobody really been able to wrestle control yet in the opening 8 minutes. Ball out right hand side now to Aurier. He fires the ball infield. Lo Celso. Ball crossed in. Oh, I tell you what, that was good defending from Lindelof because Harry Kane was waiting there to nod that into the net. That was a good piece of play by Spurs down the right hand side. Decent ball in from Lucas Moura, and as I said, a good piece of defending that from Lindelof because he even had a little look to see where Kane was, and good defending because Kane was ready to nod that into the net. Curly Whirly, yeah, you got to give Curly Whirlies the respect they deserve, mate. You're right. I mean, an OG of chocolate right there. Curly Whirly out of the fridge in the summer. Oh, chocolate in or out of the fridge, by the way, folks. In the warm weather. Ball in. That's a poor corner and it's cleared away by Luke Shaw. Kyo's absolutely with the crisps battle, Keen. But, you know, there isn't people in the world, mate, that are as fortunate as we are to have access to non-stop Kyo's. Smarties, they're alright if you're a child, mate. Do you know what I mean? Or on top of a muffin or something, but Minstrels now, they're the adults' chocolate, if you're going for that type. In the fridge, good man, Leon. I knew somebody'd be right. Fridge always. Oh, fucking love you guys. I knew it. Sabrina, you're a freak. You're a freak. Everybody loves chocolate out of the fridge. She said you're all weirdos. She hates chocolate out of the fridge. It has to be in the summertime in the fridge. When we're in Orlando, what I always do is we always go and get particular bars of chocolate that we like, and I put them in the freezer. Oh, delicious, next level stuff. Rashford, right hand side, diagonal ball played. Again, it's back with Lloris. Room temperature. In the winter, room temperature, yes, but in the summer, it's got to be in the fridge. What's your favourite ice cream? Do you know what? I don't really eat much ice cream, to be honest with you. If I'm going to have an ice cream, I'm going out of my way to pay over the top for a top tier ice cream. Like, I'm going to a gelato place or something like that. I'm not getting any of your nonsense HB fucking out of the freezer and Tesco stuff. Like, I'm going top tier if I'm having ice cream. Son now. Ball out left hand side. And peanut M&Ms in the freezer. You can thank me later. That's all I'm saying. Peanut M&Ms or salted caramel M&Ms in the freezer in the summertime, ladies and gents. I'll accept your email thank yous later on. Do I exercise? If you call knocking one out having an exercise, then yes, I exercise on a regular basis. If that doesn't count, then nah. Left hand side now with Fred. Cuts back inside. Falls on the ground and Serge Aurier walks away with the ball. Houlden back to Dyer. Son. Again, Spurs try to break forward. Kane dropping deep. Tries to switch, but it's intercepted by Pogba. But it eventually finds its way out to Serge Aurier, right hand side. What's the weirdest food combination? I think we all have our own weird food combinations that work, don't we? Like, I think each of us have our own thing that, you know, we'd eat where somebody would say, ugh. Like, my wife is one of these people that likes cheesy chips with curry sauce and stuff, and I think that's rotten. I don't know if I have any weird food combinations. I mean, a pie sandwich? Is that weird? Who should win this game from a Liverpool perspective? United. That's the more favourable result for Liverpool fans. Philadelphia is next level with mini cheddars, mate. That's a good shout, that. Weetabix and butter. I don't eat butter, so... Ice cream and a bread roll. I hear. Jeez, somebody, you need to be on some type of a register, mate, eating ice cream on a bread roll. That is next level. Fair, I tip my cap to you. That's next level weirdness, that is. Toast and ketchup. I mean, my son does that. My son has cheese bagels with mayonnaise and ketchup every day, and I mean every day. Weetabix and beans. Either way, it's disgusting, mate. Wow. You couldn't eat that. I don't believe for 1 second you eat Weetabix and baked beans, mate. Nobody could eat that, surely. I mean, eating Weetabix is bad enough. Rashford. McTominay plays the ball across to Fred. Fred back to Lindelof now. Lindelof out left hand side to Harry Maguire. Pig ham. As against what other type of fucking ham, mate? You do know, like, I don't want to be the one to break the bad news to you, but you do know that that's where the old ham comes from, mate, don't you? I mean, I'm not a big fan of the old cabbage ham or Weetabix ham or, you know. How poor is Fred? Well, he's not the Fabinho that Man United fans really wanted. Right, let's get back to the game for a few minutes. We'll have a game of who's the biggest freak again in a few minutes. Don't worry, folks. We'll keep you entertained. Free kick here, middle of the pitch. 15 minutes gone. Not really anything to speak of yet so far, folks. I mean, there's a lot of shit involving Weetabix in here that I'm seeing, folks. There's a lot of Weetabix freaks floating around. Who would have thought that the world of Weetabix was so... Sorry, I just have to reply to something. Ball over the top. Pogba headed it down. Cavani cushions it in. Rashford, ooh, could have done better. You know, he flashed that one just wide of Lloris's near post. Parma ham and melon. Now, I've heard of that before, George, to be fair. Now, people have eaten that. I've heard that's quite nice, to be honest with you. Um, Corner here to United anyway. Luke Shaw to take it. Ball in. Cleared by Sir Harold of Tottenham, but apparently there was a foul in there on a Spurs player anyway, so the referee gives a free kick. Lloris launches the free kick long. Harry Kane's battled over it in the air, but the second ball breaks. Oh, that'd be a free kick. There's been a lot of free kicks in this, hasn't it? I see the Paddy Murphy thing, Sean, yeah. Connor did catch on to the Paddy Murphy thing. Yellow card here for Scott McTominay, by the way. And I'm sure we'll hook up and do something together. I'm sure we'll do a collab, myself and Paddy Murphy. I did see it, yeah. We'll sort something out. Craig lost 6 stone in a few months. Just wanted to say thanks for the content during the hard time for me. That is absolute quality Revanite, mate. Well played, sir. Proud of you, mate. 6 stone, so that's what? 666 was £84, mate. That is well played, mate. Well played. Proud of you, mate. That's class. I hope to follow your lead. At one point I'd lost £103, but I put a good chunk of it back on, mate. But that is absolutely quality. I'm proud of you, mate. Well done. I'm sure you feel all the better for it as well. What do I think of Togden? Theo's a friend of mine, yeah. I've done a few bits and pieces with Theo and Togdad, and delighted to see him pay £500,000. I don't have any well, I have dislikes, of course, of people, but I never publicly speak about my dislike of anyone because it's not my way of going about things. I like to big people up and give them the love that they deserve because, you know, there's enough people trying to drag all of us content creators down without us trying to do it to each other. So, you know, Theo's a good guy, his dad's a lovely fella, and I wish them continued success because they deserve it. Left hand side now, ball down the line. Reguilon tries a cross. That's a poor pass from Lindelof. Son has it now. He tries a cross, goes out off a United player, and it'll be a corner to Spurs left hand side. Usman, I'm not sure if that's true or not. If it is true, I apologise for your loss, mate, and sincere condolences. But yeah, look, mate, I take you at face value. I've no reason not to, but I'm sorry for your loss. Corner here. Ball in from Son. Drops in the 6-yard box. Paul Pogba carries it away now for United. He's looking for support. Still Pogba. Good tackle on him by Houlden, and that goes out for a throw in to Manchester United right hand side. Spurs flying down now. How did they turn that over so quickly? Ball back at Reguilon now. Houlden back out to Reguilon. Inside to Lo Celso. Back to Reguilon. That's a poor attempt from him. He gives it straight to McTominay. Cavani now, who's dropped deep. Why didn't he shift the ball into Rashford? Rashford was open and he just ignored him and went backwards. Lindelof now. He goes back to Henderson. Henderson looks like he's gone to Maguire, then switches back up and goes out to Lindelof. Lindelof tries a diagonal ball looking for the run of Marcus Rashford. Is a little bit too much on it and it goes straight through to Hugo Lloris. Bernadette, feel better soon. And Mohammed, see later to you as well, dude. Oh, it's you coming back again, is it? Oh God almighty, this is your third account, mate. Okay, I'll leave you be, mate. You said your goodbyes anyway. Bernadette, feel better soon. Ndombele moves the ball out right hand side. Serge Aurier. If you are watching, folks, and you're enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button. We'll be getting back to our midway food conversation at half time. Full 15 minutes of top-notch food entertainment here. I mean, get your shit ready. Weird combinations, stuff you want to talk about. Never mind the football. We're here to talk about food at half time. You look as happy as a Mourinho press conference. It's not a great game, mate. You know, I'm really happy. I mean, after the weekend that we had yesterday, Liverpool winning late like they did, I'm walking on air, and you know that great El Clasico game yesterday as well, which was really entertaining. I'm flying, buddy. If I look unhappy, I promise you I'm not. Henderson comes out and clears the ball, headed back forward. I think this game needs a goal to really get it, you know, kicking off. McTominay, Fernandez, he's intercepted. Aaron Wan-Bissaka steps in, though, wins it back, gives it to Pogba. Pogba back to Bruno, who tries the ball down the line. It's asking a lot of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Reguilon just steps across and sees it out. Quarter of the game gone here in London, and it's still Spurs 0, United 0. What's your second favourite sport you watch? Oh, boxing, 100%, Ben. Boxing, definitely. I am a great guy, Mohammed, which is why I'm pissed off that you came in earlier on, buddy, having a pop at me for absolutely no reason when I'm nothing but a nice guy, and have been to everybody that ever comes into our channels, mate, that shows respect. So to be called what I was earlier on is just a joke. Maguire heads it forward. Dyer comes back. There's been a lack of quality so far in the game. I mean, you'd have to say Spurs have looked the likelier to score, but without really testing Henderson, if that makes any sense. It's a Spurs ball now, right-hand side. Throw in, I should say, right-hand side. My prediction was 2-1 to United, Ted. Mohammed, I wasn't talking to you, buddy. Sorry. I was talking to a different Mohammed in the chat. Apologies if there was cross wires there, fella. Throw in. Aurier goes to Kane. Kane knocks it forward. Luke Shaw heads it down, and Fred, for some reason, just headed the ball out. Strange. Anyway, another throw into Spurs, right hand side. Aurier looking for runners. Nobody really on, so he's forced to go all the way back. Do you know when Virgil van Dijk will be back? Thank you for the super chat, mate. I don't, mate. I don't think we will see Van Dijk play any competitive football until the start of next season. Now, look, I'm not ruling out 100% him going to the Euros with Holland, but I don't think it's the right move for him. But from a Liverpool perspective, I don't think we'll see him back playing football till next season. So that's the way I've always set my mind like that. But, you know, will he go to the Euros with Holland? I can't say either way. I'd say there'd be a lot of angry people if he did, but that's not, you know, something I know. It's Virgil van Dijk's decision, and obviously the doctors and medical staff, their decision. Son. Back to Reguilon. Did I see Ella in the chat? I've seen Ella's name mentioned somewhere. Where's Ella? Is Ella in the chat? I haven't seen Ella in a while. Hey, you are there, Ella. How are you? Hope you're doing well. You'll be taking part in Miss Trans Ireland. Nice one. Best of luck. Let me know how you got on, Ella. Always love to see you kicking down those barriers, mate. Well played. We had myself and Connor had the fortune, I don't know what the phrase I'm looking for is, to meet Ella, who worked in Dublin Airport, and yeah, it was a lovely day, lovely chance to meet her, and again, best of luck to you, Ella, and you were the first one, GAA as well, and now there you are, taking part in Miss Trans Ireland. Very proud of you, mate. Well done. You know you've got our support all the way. Spurs now carrying the ball out from the back. Kane. It is interesting to see how deep Kane drops these days, isn't it, to set up play? Moura now. Lucas Moura, right hand side. 3 United players around him. Eventually he ends up fouling Luke Shaw and it's a free kick to United. Do I think Chelsea wins the Champions League? They've got a chance, mate. They've got 1 foot in the semi-final. Unless, of course, we get through, in which case, then you've got none. I'm only joking. They've every chance, like everyone else, mate. They've got 1 foot in the semi, so... yeah, me and Connor are doing all good, thanks, Ella. Just, just trying to keep our heads down and bang out as much content as we can. I did read that RSH, yeah, Kane did. There was an article on Sky that said Kane will ask to leave Spurs if they don't get Champions League football. Now, he's got 3 years left on his contract, so Daniel Levy's in a pretty strong negotiating position there. But, the only move I could really see for him is PSG. That's the only move that when I think about it, I can actually see a club potentially having the money. When is your Liverpool versus Real predictions out? Tuesday morning, Mohammed. Tuesday morning. We're recording them tomorrow. I'll be recording with Leon tomorrow from the Boyle Sports point of view, and then I'll be doing my predictions, my starting 11 score predictions as well. Yeah, there is Newland, 7 o'clock, buddy, on Anfield Agenda tonight. Again, if you are enjoying the stream, folks, please do hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Lovely to have you with us. Shaw now, left-hand side. He's up in a battle with Højbjerg. Ball goes out for a United throw-in. Still no goal-mouth action to speak of. 28 minutes into the game here in London. That throw-in comes to nothing. But Spurs give it right back. Shaw puts a cross in. It's headed away by Eric Dyer. Kane now in a battle with Maguire. Maguire comes out on top, plays the ball back to Lindelof. Lindelof on the halfway line, turns right, then back left, plays out to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes to Shaw, inside to Fred. Fred to Lindelof, and Lindelof out to Scott McTominay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now right hand side, cuts in. McTominay. Again, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has to cut inside and run across a bit because of a weak pass that left him a little bit short. Fred tries and gets the pitching wedge out and splits his 2 players and puts it in between the 2 of them and out for a Spurs throw. That was not great from Fred, let's be honest. Who do I think will win, PSG or Bayern? PSG. I called a Harry before the first leg. I said I think PSG will go through. The loss of Lewandowski was... I even called it before that, but the loss of Lewandowski is huge. But like Bayern can do it, don't get me wrong, they're capable of it, but PSG, it should be another great game, and I'll be covering the game here on Tuesday on this channel, so hope you can come and join me for that one. Right, free kick Spurs taken quickly, launched towards Son. It's one in the air by Lindelof. Lo Celso heads it through there, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka steps in, gives the ball to Rashford. Rashford is taken out off the ball. Cavani, referee's right, he did get the ball there. And Ndombele in midfield, good tackle. Son now, he's under pressure. He's forced back. Houlden, ball across to Eric Dyer. Just on the halfway line, right hand side. Plays the ball through to Lucas Moura. Again, he's dispossessed. Referee says fairly. And Bruno Fernandes plays the ball out left hand side to Paul Pogba. Pogba now. Turns inside, lays it off to Fred. Fred to Bruno Fernandes. Back to Fred. Yeah, there's no space out there. Mourinho's really making this compact. Not really giving any space to United to play in. Fernandes throws the ball over the top. It's a poor ball and it goes all the way through to Hugo Lloris. It's not a great game, mate. I won't lie to you. Imagine City versus Porto in the final. I don't want to imagine City in the final, mate. Rashford. He goes down. Again, referee says nothing doing. Kane has it now for Spurs. Rashford still on the ground. Kane tries to switch to Lucas Moura. Maguire has it now. Goes back out left hand side to Luke Shaw. And he puts it out because Marcus Rashford's still down injured. allow the player to get some treatment. Craig would be the guy who he'd let be the groom at your wedding. Oh, best man, mate. You want to say best man speech? I was best man for my best mate's wedding, and nothing on the speech. Didn't even think about it. Just stood up, did it. Boom. Have to say, home run. It was a good speech. If you give me a script to read something, I'm awful. But if you just let me stand up and talk, the odds are I'll say something stupid at one point. And I mean, that's a given. It's me, but there's usually some resemblance of humour in there somewhere. But yeah, I'd take it over, man. I wouldn't let you down. I'd be running around making sure everything's sorted out. Well, I say running around. I'd be on the phone making sure everything's sorted out for your wedding. Oh, have you seen the angle to show Trent's goal yesterday from what Trent was seeing? It was ridiculous. It kind of shades of the Cantona goal against Liverpool in the FA Cup. Players everywhere, but somehow the ball still gets through them. It was a great strike from Trent yesterday. Pogba, Cavani, back to Fred now. Fred switches it across to Armand Bissaka, right hand side, who brings it under control. Little 1-2 Bruno Fernandes. McTominay, Rashford. Back to McTominay. Son goes down, holding his face. Ball through Pogba. Cavani. The ball's in the net and it's 1-0 to United. 1-0 Manchester United. Edinson Cavani with the goal. Paul Pogba with the assist. Interesting part about this is that Son is down off the ball. And of course the Spurs players are surrounding the referee trying to say that he was fouled. I'm sure it'll get looked at as every goal did by VAR. But on the face of it, we take it as a United goal, and from that point of view, it was good build-up play. I mean, I'm sick of players going down with the slightest touch on the face like they've been shot. It's something that does me head in. I'm not going to lie to you. It was his cheek as well. He's going down holding it like he got two fingers in his eye. It does my head in. From United's perspective, then Pogba, a lovely little ball around the corner to Cavani, and the striker's instinct kicks in, he puts it through the legs. I hope this doesn't get ruled out, because I'm sick of players going down. It happened it happened against Real Madrid as well. Vinicius Jr. went down when Trent caught him on the shoulder / neck, and he went down holding his face. I have a pain in my arse with it. You wouldn't do it walking down the street with your missus and kids. If somebody brushed their finger on your cheek, you wouldn't go down like you're after getting Anthony Joshua to the jaw. If this gets ruled out, it's just another reason why VAR is a load of me arse. Oh, it's just they're trying to turn football into a no-contact sport in any way. And look, it brushed off Son's cheek. He didn't get a closed fist to the face or an elbow. He got like a part of a hand to here, like that. And he went down like he'd been shot. Now, if that's a foul, we might as well just say football's a non-contact sport. The referee's going to have a look at the monitor, which means they've already made their mind up and the goal's getting ruled out. That's what's happening here, by the way. This is getting ruled out, and I don't agree with it one bit. Watch, you look at it. In slow motion again, of course, to make it look far worse. Always in slow motion, so it looks... He got him on the cheek, ref. On the cheek. Nothing about... Ruled out. Free out. Just give up. Just give up. Football is a joke now. It's an absolute joke. I'm sick of this shit. The game's been ruined. The game's been ruined by cheating little pussies who jump down every time anyone touches them. Did you notice there, by the way, before that Son had his arm on the shoulder of McTominay? Did McTominay go down like he was shot? No, because he wanted it more. Look, you seen it there. He put his hand on McTominay. McTominay didn't go down like a little bitch, but then Son does. He got him on the cheek with his finger. It's a joke. They might as well just cancel the sport because it's full of fucking pussies now who you can't do anything. You can't tackle. You can't do anything in the game anymore. It's an absolute joke of a sport. I'm sick of this shit. VAR ruining our game. Absolutely ruining it. I don't give a shit whose goal that was, whether it was United's or Spurs. I'd be saying the same thing. It's a load of me arse. It is a load of my arse. Absolute joke of a sport now. VAR ruining the game. Son should be ashamed of himself. Touched him on the cheek. On the cheek! After Son had put a hand on McTominay. But McTominay didn't go down whinging like a little fucking bitch. But there we go. That's the game we live in now, folks. You're not allowed to touch anybody in football anymore. It's an absolute... Just give it up. Just give it up. Put them all out there. Wrap them all in fucking foam before they go out on the pitch. Put them all out there like the fucking Michelin Man. Pump them all up with sumo suits in case they get touched. If you're walking down the street with your missus and somebody accidentally touched you on the face, would you go down like Son did there? Would you? It's a joke. The game's been ruined. Been ruined by these absolute idiots in black who haven't got a Scooby-Doo. It's an absolute joke. And I couldn't give a shite who scores or who wins this game because I'm a Liverpool fan, but that is a joke. Oh look, he's up and he's alright now. You sure you don't want to contact the plastic surgeon there, Son? You sure you don't need a little luxy poo, mate? Fucking state of it. Honestly, it's a joke. Like how the referees can look at these things and see that Son tried to grab McTominay, who didn't go down because he's not a little coward, and then he gets a little touch in the face. Oh, ref! Oh, the pain! It's an absolute shambles. It really is. He poked him. Fuck off, mate. The only poking you're talking about is if he gets his lad out and slaps him with it. Poked him. He poked him. You're clearly somebody who's never played a game of football in your life, mate. Never. Ever. Definitely somebody that sits on the sofa. Never played a game of football in their life. If one of my teammates did that, I'd stand over them calling them an absolute coward and telling them to get up. He poked him. That is a joke, mate. Poked him. The game's ruined. We might as well just call it. It's ruined. The ref seen it. Was it a clear and obvious error? The ref seen it. Now remember, the threshold is clear and obvious. The ref seen exactly what happened in that build-up and didn't pull it up. Funny how, here we go. Lucas Moura now to Son. And it's now 1-0 to Spurs. Spurs have gone 1-0 up down the far end. Oh look, he's recovered enough to stick the ball in the net. Oh, hang on! He just bumped chest with his own player. Why isn't he on the ground unconscious? Son just bumped chest with Reguilon and he's alright. He's still able to stand up. That's a bit of a turn up for the Bucks, isn't it? Young man Son still able to stand up after he bumped chest with his own player. Wow! Must have toughened up a bit over the last few minutes. He's definitely onside, there's no problem with that, and he finishes it past Henderson and it's 1-0 to Spurs. But there you have it, folks. Welcome to the world of hypocrisy in football. Good finish by Son, good play by Spurs, fair play in the build-up to the goal. It was a good build-up, good square ball by Lucas Moura, and a good finish from Son, who bumped chest with his own player but apparently was alright to stand up for that one. The hypocrisy of this shit does my head in. One 0 to Spurs anyway. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Surprised VAR didn't look at that celebration and book Reguilon for bumping chest with Son there. No, man could have been killed. It was that serious. This sport, man. They're ruining our sport. Ball in. Oh, look, hang on. He touched Cavani. Why isn't it a penalty? He touched him. Why isn't it a penalty? Oh, look, the rules are different there. Look, they're pushing each other, ref. Why aren't they both in hospital? Get the air ambulance out. Oh, the yellow card's coming out, ref. Don't touch him though, ref. Make sure you don't touch him. This is Mourinho shithousery. And United fans should know this better than anyone. This is how Mourinho sets his team up to be a bunch of diving, cheating, conniving scumbags. And I despise the management skills of Mourinho. I don't care about the result of this game. Yeah, it would work better for us if United won from a Liverpool perspective. But I am just sick of the cheating nonsense that goes on in the game. The feigning of injuries, the bullshit. Cavani's got himself a yellow. So he's gone around thinking, I should have a goal, and now I've got a yellow card. Absolute joke. They're ruining it for us. Ruining it. Ruining the sport. Lindelof. To Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Rashford. Intercepted Son. Oh, he was clattered into ref. Oh, look at him. 15 times more force in that collision. It is how these referees buy this shit from these cheating scumbags that fall down and roll around, I do not know. And of course it was looked at in slow motion. Of course it was. So it looked infinitely worse. It does me head in. He lay down for 5 minutes. Well, exaggeration, Craig. He lay down for a minute and a half while the play was going on and the goal was scored. And then, like Lazarus, like Tyson Fury getting up from Deontay Wilder, sparking him in the 12th round or whatever it was, or that fight, he gets up like Lazarus and scores down the other end. You couldn't make it up. And I told you, as soon as the referee was going to that monitor, I know from watching enough shows and seeing stuff from UEFA behind the scenes that he's already been told that decision's been made and he's going to the monitor to sell the decision. Aaron Wan-Bissaka down the line now to Rashford. Oh look, he's gone down again. He's an absolute fucking joke. I love Son as a footballer when he's got the ball at his feet. But outside of that, he is a whiny, diving, little conniving clown. Everything. It's hard to respect the man. You respect his talents, but my God, he doesn't buy a lot of cheap fouls. It's the Mourinho decision. It's the Mourinho factor. I used to think Spurs were a decent enough club till Mourinho came on board. Now I've got no time for them because I've got no time for Mourinho. I just don't like his antics. He's anti-football in my head. No, another one. They're all going down. Left, right. Oh, there's a free kick. Oh, Kane's coming in. He was just elbowed in the chest. Why is he still standing? He's just got elbowed in the chest, ref. Get somebody on. Could have a fracture. Fernandes was pushed in the back there, and then the referee gives a free kick to Spurs. These lads are robbing a living. These referees are stealing a living. Højbjerg takes the free kick, goes out right hand side. Shaw has it now. 3 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. I can't believe actually I'm angry. I've got no horse in this race, for want of a better phrase, like. But I'm a fan of the sport, and I just hate this crap. People may see me ranting on Anfield agenda, and I say it'll happen to other teams. These decisions will go against other teams, and the people keep saying, ha ha ha, salty Liverpool fan. Well, here we are. It happens week in and week out. These clowns in the middle with the whistle just get away with absolute shithousery, and we're supposed to just suck it up, pay your TV subscriptions, buy all the jerseys, pay for your season tickets if you're lucky enough to have one, travel over to games, to watch this shit be ruined by these officials that haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. I go back to my point. If you're walking down the street with your missus and kids and somebody accidentally brushes your face, are you going down on the ground like that for a minute holding your face like Son did? Are you fuck? Because you'd be embarrassed to do it. Ball over the top there from Bruno Fernandes, and even if they had scored there, it would have been cancelled out because the ball would have accidentally hit Pogba's arm in the build-up, which, you know, we know the rules, that would have been cancelled out. I've seen more contact in this game not get given than free kicks than that. Again, my point is, there was no look from the referee or anybody else there about Son grabbing the chest and trying to grab the chest of McTominay. The only look was that McTominay wanted and had the courage to keep going forward, and Son wanted a cheap way out and fell down, and the ref fell for it. It is an absolute joke. So we're talking different parts of your face now. So it's not just that the fouls are different in different parts of the pitch anymore. Now we're talking different anatomy parts as well. Face, little touch on the cheek is somehow more of a free than grabbing someone by the shoulder. So we've got to take account for all this nonsense as well with these absolute cheating clowns. It's a joke. It's a joke, folks. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now to Rashford. McTominay. We're almost at half time. We're just getting to the end of the 3 minutes added on. Maguire recycles the ball back to Lindelof. Referee puts the whistle to his cheating lips, blows up for half time. It is 1-0 to Spurs. Goal from Son after he recovered from that life-threatening injury. Fucking joke. Let me just stop the clock. Irish scam. So we're going full on xenophobic or racist now, mate. Why do I need to put my nationality in there? Come on, Billy Big Bollock, stand up. He said Irish scam. Why the need for my nationality, mate? See, this is another thing. You think you can slag Irish people? Would you say that to somebody from a different country? You little fucking clown. No, you wouldn't. So crawl back under your rock, mate. And don't ever use someone's nationality, particularly my proud nationality, against me again. You absolute low-life piece of scum. I'm alright, Josh. How are you, mate? Patrick Ward, welcome in, lad. How are you? Everyone abused the referee. Well, he was shy, so he should be fucking given stick. You're 100% what you talk about, just passionate about the sport. Exactly, and I say it over and over again. Of course I love my club, but my passion for the sport is there as well, and I hate seeing the sport ruined. And it is being ruined. Some technology has been amazing for our sport. Goal line technology has been absolutely wonderful innovation that nobody can argue with. Yeah, there will always be 1 or 2 times out of 100,000 or something that it doesn't work. We take account for that. But other than that, goal line technology has been brilliant. Everybody agrees with it. Top-notch stuff. We all have our own takes on offsides and all, but why do you need to show that incident in slow motion? Why are they shown in slow motion? Everything looks 100 times more aggressive and with more intent in slow motion. It does my head in. Right, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream. Drop a like on the video as well. I want to take a second to say a big shout out and thank you to our sponsor for today, the OneFootball app. There is a link pinned to the top of the chat there. If you haven't downloaded the OneFootball app yet, then you're really missing out. You get everything, all the latest news on your favourite team and teams all around the world. You get league tables, you get transfer news, you get a new augmented reality feature for iPhone users, and it's just the best free football app out there. I did say free because it's entirely free. That's the beauty of it. You can download it from the link at the top of the chat. It lets them know that we sent you over, and again, we wouldn't be here without the guys at the OneFootball app, so thank you to them for their continued support. Gary said 1-1 is his prediction. Love you, Craig. Love you too, mate. Predictions for, that's the old Anfield Agenda badge, by the way. You need to update. Predictions for Liverpool Real Madrid. I can't give them away yet, mate, because I'll be recording that video tomorrow, so hang on for that one. If you want to talk about Zig and Zag again, mate, I'm here. I'll tell you what, and I'm not talking about Zig and Zag again, but Dustin the Turkey is basically in the middle referee in this game, mate, because it's been a shambles. The referee has Son posters on his wall. Look, let me make this clear again. I'm a Liverpool fan, not a Spurs fan, not a United fan. I have no horse in this race. I'm just sick of our sport being ruined by that. That was a perfectly good goal. Nothing wrong with that United goal. McTominay wanted the ball more than Son. Son tried to grab him, didn't work. He gets a finger to the cheek, goes down like he's been shot. The VAR somehow deemed that something that the referee, even though he was looking at, missed, as it was a clear and obvious error. The ref goes over to the monitor to sell it, and don't believe that it wasn't already decided before he went over. He went over to sell the decision, and it was looked at only in slow motion to make it look worse, so the cameras could pick up on it again, and then of course it was ruled out. And of course the irony of it is that Son recovers magnificently, goes up the other end, scores, bumps chest with 10 times more impact with his own play with Reguilon, but was able to stay on his feet somehow. They're just ruining it. They're ruining our sport. They're buying these line cheating idiots that just roll around. It happened to us again. It happened to Liverpool against Real Madrid. Now look, Real Madrid deserved to win that game. I'm not talking about that. They were the better side, no problem. But Vinicius Jr., Trent pushed them here or here. And Vinicius Jr. went down like this and Trent got a yellow card. It is an absolute joke. It's cheating of the highest order. And I don't know how they're not being punished for it. And Mourinho, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Mourinho's players are the worst at it. Whatever club he's at, they are shithouses par excellence, and they get away with it over and over again. And I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of our sport becoming a non-contact sport. What do I think of Wenger's new offside law? I don't know what it is, Gary. I did see him say that there will be automated, as in like AI offside decisions in real time or something like that. I knew they're working on that technology, mate. And look, the offside decision is something completely different that we can talk about. I mean, you know, as at the moment it's a factual like 1 millimeter and you're offside. So you know, there's an argument: is the system too good? Well, you can talk about that in a different way, but this is a joke. Like the ref was I'm looking at the replay now. The ref looked at it and allowed play to go on, and then Cavani puts it in the ball in the back of the net. And of course, it's just a joke. I'd love to know, if anyone is watching Sky now, I'd love to know what they're saying, because does McTominay not have the right to try and brush off the arm that Son is left out there from? Because Son's trying to grab him. And does McTominay not have a right to try and free himself? Now, McTominay's not looking, so we can't see that he's hit him in the face. Important factor there. McTominay doesn't look over his shoulder. All McTominay tries to do is brush off the arm that has been put across his body that's trying to impede him as he makes a break forward. And yet here we are, referees calling us yet again. Us football fans around the world who have to put up with this nonsense week after week. And the sport we love being ruined. Look, there's the hand on him, and he brushes him off. And he goes, it's an absolute joke. He goes down holding his left eye. He goes down holding his left eye, even though it was the right side of his face. It's a joke. The game is gone. You're right, Luke. It's gone, mate. The game we all love is gone. Jensk said I'm out of words, Craig. Mate, it's ridiculous. Put subtitle. Learn how to spell, mate. How about that? Put subtitle. Daniel, I'm not even going to get angry at you, mate, because I've used up all my anger today. So how about you just go and watch it somewhere else, mate? That works for me. I'd love to be a child of a ref. You could get away with well, I don't want to say the last word, mate, but you could get away with a lot. Let's go with that. Roy Keane and Richards both said it's a disgrace and embarrassing. It is. It's an absolute shambles. And our game's being destroyed by these absolute clowns and these cheating scumbags that keep getting away with it because referees are buying it. Why look at that in slow motion? There's no need. And again, I'm going to point out, look at the situation. Let's break it down here. Son puts his arm across McTominay to try and impede him. McTominay, without looking, tries to brush back across and lifts up his arm. It hits him on the cheek on his right side, and look where his hand goes. Son's hand immediately covers his left eye first, and falls down to the ground. And the referee, after watching that back on the monitor and after listening to those other idiots sitting in Stockley Park, thinks that it's right for them to go, oh, that's clearly a foul. It's a joke. R.I.P. football's dead and gone. Sky even saying it wasn't a foul. Craig, this sucks as a United fan. Look, I'm trying my best to be impartial here. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't support United, I don't support Spurs, and I don't have an agenda for or against either team. This is just my genuine opinion as a fan of the sport, that I am fed up with this. The people see me doing this on Anfield Agenda. People see me ranting and people tell me I'm a salty Liverpool fan. I may be at times, but I'm a salty football fan because the sport we all grew up with, the men that we respected, the Graham Souness's of this world, the hard men of football, the Vinnie Jones, these other guys who came in and who we lament and who we praise, and we talk about the days where men were men and football was hard. Now we're looking at a situation where a finger to the cheek is too much of the contact, but players bumping chests with each other, all tickety-boo and sound. Does that not sound like a little bit like hypocrisy to everyone that's watching? Because to me, as I said, and I'm going to repeat the same phrase because it sums it up perfectly, if I'm walking down around Tesco with my wife and 2 kids and somebody goes past me and accidentally brushes my face, am I going to do what Son did there in front of my wife and kids? Go down on the ground, holding the wrong side of my face, rolling around the floor, waiting for the Tesco managers to come across and give me a 10 quid off voucher? It's absolute ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't care if he meant the titles for the pundits, mate. I'm on a rant here. Leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? Man's on a rant. Sorry, by the way. When I get into these, if I offend anybody when I get worked up, apologies. Just I'm a passionate dude. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And again, my apologies if I did offend anybody there. Craig, they put it in slow-mo so people think it's an advanced system, but it's not. From my understanding of it, and I could be wrong on this, so please don't take this as gospel, I thought they weren't supposed to be looked at, some decisions in slow motion. Anything looks more intent-filled in slow motion. Anything. Show me anything in slow-mo, it looked 50 times worse than seeing it at normal speed. The same thing happened to Rashford 2 minutes before and didn't get a free kick. Our favourite game is gone. And Rashford had his ankles clipped as well on the edge of the penalty area. Did we see that one, Ryan? That nothing got done about either. That the referee waved play on for. What have we got? If a United player scores, I hope they do a diving celebration. I just hope they go up to Son and just go like this. Because, you know, he has form. As I said, it's not a... It's a Mourinho thing. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, Mourinho is a cheat, gets the players to cheat. It's as simple as that. Mourinho knows football. He knows how to feign things, win things, shithouse his way to things. And of course he knows how to set a team up. I won't disrespect the man's credentials. But he, you know, let's be honest about it. Kane leans into players to win free kicks. I've had an argument with Jeremy Kinslet about this. Not an argument, a discussion on Twitter. He thinks I'm being harsh on Kane, and I respect his decision, but I stand over what I said. And there's too much of this shit. The one that stands out for me was the one on Harry Kane did to Lallana. That's the one that stands out for me. Harry Kane leant his back so Lallana could fall over and potentially break his neck, and somehow ended up getting a free kick. It is... The sport's being destroyed, mate. It's been I don't know, mate. There's like people in the chat. I'm here saying mate like there's one person. All fans should be pissed off at that because it's your turn next. That's what I've been saying, mate, for the longest time. And that's why, you know, it's easy for people to share 30-second clips of me ranting in Liverpool games and call me an idiot and say, look at this gobshite Liverpool fan. But I've always added the caveat that it might be my team today, but it will be your team next week. And it's all because of the same thing. So this is why I think at times us football fans need to sometimes push our club allegiances aside and look at the bigger picture. Because it's not just my team this week, your team next week. It's our sport. It's our sport that's been absolutely ruined by these bureaucrats, these decision makers who are just poking and prodding and moving and changing and trying to make the sport not what it once was. It is ridiculous. At a time when pitches are at their best, when players are at their fittest, when they're stronger than ever, when their bodies are built better than ever, when their diets are better than ever, they're as soft as ever. It should be the exact opposite. They're trying to make football a non-contact sport. Anything now, anything. Even if you win a ball, sometimes it's got man and the ball. It's ridiculous. I know some players need to, like players like Messi and all, mightn't have had as long a career, and they can talk about protecting players, but it's a contact sport. At the end of the day, it's a contact sport. They're talking about heading now. Now, of course, they don't want to disrespect what's going on with Alzheimer's and stuff like that. And of course, an investigation should be done. And maybe with kids and stuff, I understand. Maybe limit heading and stuff like that. I'm not against that. But it's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. Just leave the fucking sport alone. Just leave it alone. Nothing wrong with it. They made the rules. The rules are fairly straightforward. Leave it alone. Who do you think will make the top four? Interesting one. Like, he asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said Leicester were nailed on, and now they're having another wobble. So, you know, you're looking at Spurs now. They're ahead against United. They've got Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton, of course, who have a couple of games in hand, I think. West Ham. We'll all be looking at those third and fourth spots in the Premier League now and thinking, you know, that both could be up for play. I think there's 4 points between Liverpool as things stand and Leicester, which was 10, I think, at one point. So let me have a little look at the league table right now. So this is in live time with Spurs winning. So if we finish this way, West Ham would be in fourth, having played 31 games on 55 points. Leicester in third, having played 31 games on 56 points. Chelsea in fifth on 54 points. Spurs then would cheat their way up into sixth with 52 points. Same as Liverpool. So there's 4 points separating third and seventh. And that's without Everton having their 2 games in hand, which could move Everton above Liverpool and Spurs into... So you could say from 8th up to 3rd is in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teams for 2 spots, I think, at this moment in time. VAR should only get involved for the offside calls, not on-field fouls. That's the thing, mate. I kind of get where you're coming from, because how can it be a clear and obvious error when the ref has looked at it? So the ref's seen the collision, he's seen the impact, and they allow it to go on. So I agree with you. It should only be like, if United hadn't have gone on to score there, nothing would have been done about that. We'd never heard any more about it. It's annoying. And if you're like, I'm not a United fan, by the grace of God, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I tell you what, if I was a United fan and then Son goes up the other end and scores like he did, Sabrina, sorry folks, Sabrina, could I have a cup of coffee please? All this ranting's getting me very thirsty. Sorry, better get the cup ready. Welcome in Odegaard 21, by the way. Nice to see you back, mate. Again, folks, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. We've got the second 45 minutes to go. Shit, are we on the way here? We are. Bollocks. I didn't realise we were back on the way. My clock's going to be a minute and a bit slow. Sorry, it was so ranty there for half time. I missed the start of the second half. Ball switched out. I'm still furious. It's weird. I've never felt this way doing a non-Liverpool game before. Because, you know, I'm not usually emotionally involved in these games, but I'm just sick of our sport being ruined. And this isn't an anti-Spurs agenda, by the way. If it was the other way round, I'd be saying the very same thing. Pogba now. He rides that challenge, rolls it into Marcus Rashford. Rashford now goes round the outside, pulls it back. He's had 2 chances to shoot there, and he eventually tries a shot and it gets blocked. He should have pulled the trigger earlier. Aurier now. Is it Aurier? I think it's Aurier, isn't it? Yeah, Aurier on the attack. He cuts inside. He's fouled. That's a free kick. Referee plays an advantage though, because Spurs are in possession. Ball down the right hand channel to Harry Kane. Kane tries a little chip over the top. You can see what he was trying to do there. Very difficult, but you know, Kane has the calibre to pull that stuff off. But Yeah, referee brings it back for a yellow card then as well for the foul in the build-up. And it was a foul. The referee did play a decent advantage there in fairness to him. Why don't I want City to win the Champions League? Because I don't like their club, mate. I don't want some club, some oligarch, some fucking rich fuckers to just come in there and buy themselves history. So I've no interest in PSG or City ever winning the Champions League, mate. Because I don't have respect for the way they go about things, if you want my honest opinion. And it's nothing against City fans, by the way. Some lovely people. Chat with them on a regular basis, but I don't like the way it's set up. That's my opinion. So I never want them to win it. I want them to crave that one thing they don't get. I feel like it's the only bit of karma we have left in the world of football. The fact that the one thing Guardiola was brought in to do, the one blank checkbook he was given, the one thing that the owners want is credibility. And look, I have my own thoughts on this that are a lot deeper and I won't say on a stream for, not wanting to be booted off YouTube, but it's I don't have any. I've respect for the old Manchester City, and I've respect for the fans that went down through the divisions with them, filled Main Road, and I don't begrudge a club some success, but it's the public way they've tried to gloss over stuff that it just doesn't sit well with me, and again a lot of hypocrisy. Yes, mate, the El Clasico was brilliant last night. Barca should have had an equaliser right at the end there, rattled the bar as well. Again, folks, sorry, my clock is a minute slow here. I do apologise on that. Yeah, mate, I know, it's a minute slow. That was my bad. I got so caught up in my rant at half time that I missed the start of the second half. I started supporting Liverpool 31 years ago. Ball across now, left hand side. Ndombele. Oh look, there's a Spurs player down. It's Højbjerg holding the back of his knee. I don't know what's happened here. Højbjerg doesn't strike me as the type of player who'd go down for no reason, by the way. I do like Højbjerg as a footballer. I think it was a very good piece of business by Spurs to bring him in. What happened here? Oh yeah, he passed it and you could just see he lost balance on his right leg. Maybe he's jarred his knee or something. You could see it clear as day there. Yeah, we've all been there on those ones. They can be sore. So Højbjerg could get a bit of attention here. It's weird that they're often the worst ones, aren't they? The innocuous ones when there's nobody around and the player's just playing a pass or something and loses balance like that. You do have to go off the field, mate. I mean, it wasn't a foul or anything, in fairness. To get your treatment, he's going to be alright, which is good. You never want to see a player get injured. Thank you, Sprina. I need to plug my phone in. Where's my charger? Moura now. Nice little nutmeg by him. Lucas Moura carries the ball, plays it at left hand side, but it's intercepted by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Shaw has it now, left hand side. He's under pressure by Højbjerg. Goes back to Maguire. Maguire back to Henderson. Henderson floats the ball out looking for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who brings it under control on this right hand channel. Back inside now to Fred. To Pogba. Fernandes. He's got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, loads of space on the right if he wants to use him. He does, feeds it out. Aaron Wan-Bissaka again. I think too honest for his own good there, but still plays the Pogba. Ball across. Oh, should have been 1-0. Cavani got himself a corner. It was a similar run across the front of the defender. Nice ball by Pogba. Cavani got across. Good bit of defending, by the way, by the Spurs player to get a nick on it. I don't know if he would have been on or offside actually, but good piece of defending that by, I think it was Houlden at the near post, who gets a foot on it to stop Cavani having a tap in. Good piece of defending. Corner to United. Shaw plays it in. It's cleared by Kane. Drops back out to Fred, who again misplaces another pass and puts it out for a Spurs throw-in. Fred's not having a great game today, folks. If you're a United fan, surely you've got to agree with me on that one. Tasty said, y'all have no idea how happy it makes me to see United fans and Liverpool fans actually agreeing on something like this. Mate, look, I always try and give my honest opinion on any situation. And it's particularly on here, where it's a neutral channel. It's not a Liverpool channel, it's a sports channel. So there's no reason. When we started this channel, I always said I'm going to give my 100% unbiased opinion on any situation, because for the channel to have integrity, I think it has to be that way. Throw in now to Spurs. Right hand side. Fred's never been a good game. We're swapping for Thiago, good deal. Yeah, not a hope. He did seem to improve. Maybe I'm just imagining this because I don't watch United as much. But maybe he did seem to have a patch where he improved a little bit, Fred. Himself and McTominay had a decent enough partnership for a while there, but I've always thought McTominay was the standout of those two. Kane tries a ball in behind here, overhits it looking for Son, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Pogba. Shaw. Pogba dispossessed, but does win a throw in for United left hand side. Kind of in line with the edge of the 18-yard box. It's taken quickly. Pogba. Cross in all the way through to Armand Bissaka on the far side of the 18-yard box. Back to McTominay. McTominay with a strike. It's well parried by Lloris, and Spurs clear it now with Reguilon. Reguilon goes past Armand Bissaka but runs out of pitch, and it'll be United throw in right hand side. It's decent strike that for McTominay from distance. It's handy enough for Lloris, but he palmed it back out into play. Ball goes out here for a corner to Manchester United. Left hand side this time. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still Spurs leading by that Son goal to 0. Corner now. Fernandes to take it. Ball in. Headed away by Kane. He does a lot of good defensive work, Kane, doesn't he, in his own 18-yard box, clearing from corners and stuff. You always got to give him credit for that. It's mad how Son got a football into the side there but is still standing when it was 50 times more impactful than his dive earlier on. Pogba tries across. It's blocked. It goes out. It'll be another United throw in. Goal, 1-1. The man we were just speaking about, the man we were all just poking a bit of fun at and saying he wasn't great today, has only got an equalised for United. Fred with the goal, and it's 1-1. Unless, I don't know, maybe a blade of grass might have come and hit off Heung-min Son's ear at some point, so we've got to be careful here. McTominay rolls the ball across to Fred. Fred goes into Fernandes, back to Fred. Ball into Rashford, back to Fred again. Cavani's a mile onside. Cavani's shot is blocked. Fred's there for the follow-up. Nothing wrong with that goal. 1-1. United have found a way back into the game here. Good piece of play around the edge of the box from United, in fairness. Nice little 1-2 passing moves. Of course, Spurs players have their hand up because, they'll appeal for everything even if nothing's wrong to try and make sure that they can cheat their way to something. I'm getting fed up with them, honestly. It's mad. We were all talking about Fred a second ago, and there you go. 1-1, half an hour to go. My prediction was a 2-1 United win. Let's see if I get it right, or let's see if Spurs go and find the winner, or maybe it finishes up all level. James, I'm going to go through. I'm going to record the preview, buddy, for the Madrid game tomorrow. But I will be back here, folks, on Tuesday for the PSG Bayern Munich game, so I hope you can join me for that one. I'll be live, on, as always, 15 minutes before kickoff on here. And again, that'll be brought to you thanks to our sponsors, the OneFootball app. If you haven't yet downloaded the OneFootball app, there is a link pinned to the top of the live chat now, or in the description below. The OneFootball app's the best football app out there. It's absolutely free. You've got everything. You've got league tables, statistics, fixtures, everything that you need. Transfer talk, video footage, augmented reality if you're an iPhone user. Check it out. It's absolutely class. Pogba now. Ball out to Fernandes. Fernandes back across. Pogba dummies it, but there was no United player coming in behind, and Spurs play it out now. Son on the counter attack. Spurs are dangerous on the counter. Son has Kane to his right. Plays it out to him. Kane has been forced very wide here, but Spurs getting runners into the box. Cross comes in. McTominay heads it. Will it go behind, or will Ndombele keep that in play? He keeps it in play. Left hand side of the pitch. Ndombele up against McTominay. Both waiting for support. Ball back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg across to Aurier. Ball down the line now. Looking for Lucas Moura. He looks a bit tired, actually. That looked like the run of a tired man there. Lucas Moura. Serge Aurier. Højbjerg. Ball over the top. Serge Aurier done very well. What a tackle that was. Ball drops though. Son. Good save by Henderson that. Son, I thought he was going to get a second there. Very good piece of goalkeeping by Henderson with his feet. Reguilon's down now with a sore arse. I'm not joking. He did seem to fall on the top of his leg or his buttock. It's good play by Aurier as well. Nice burst into the box by him, but I don't know who made the tackle. Who made the tackle on him? Henderson then did well. Stopped the ball with his feet. We're at the hour mark. It's all level here in London 1-1. Let me know what you guys think it'll finish up. Lucas Moura now, right hand channel. Ball goes out. I think it's a Spurs throw in. Substitutions now about to be made, or at least a substitution. Lo Celso coming off. I think it's Sissoko at first glance. I just caught it. It is Sissoko, yeah. Moussa Sissoko coming on to replace Giovanni Lo Celso here for Spurs on the hour mark. Again, apologies, my clock is a minute behind. It's tough to say for him. Both teams are creating chances, mate. You know, United started off the second half better and got their goal, but, you know, Serge Aurier made a great run there, and it ended up with Son having a good chance as well. So there could be a winner either way here, mate. Ball in behind here now. Henderson comes out of his box, does well, and clears that for United. It was a foot race between Kane there and the United defender, but the United keeper comes out and does a sweeper keeper job and clears it. Ball now back inside the Spurs half. Up the line looking for Lucas Moura. Maguire comes across. Now, again, well, I agree with not being a foul, but there was infinitely more contact there than there was for the disallowed goal. This is what does my head in. And I agree with that not being a foul, by the way. I think Maguire was just stronger than Lucas Moura, but there you go. That's the hypocrisy of football. The next late night agenda, 7 o'clock tonight, David. I'll be taking a little break after this, then I'll be straight onto Anfield agenda at 7 for a show over there. Fernandes. Strike from distance, deflection. Oh, I tell you what. Hugo Lloris did very well there to get down to his left-hand side and get a strong hand on that. Much respect to the Spurs keeper there. That was a quality save. Oh, yeah, it was. Just fingertip stuff, but Fernandes, The ball was dipping, it bounced as well in front of the keeper. Lloris did well there to touch that round the post. Good save from the Spurs captain. Ooh, fingertip stuff. Corner now to United, right hand side, 27 minutes to go in London. 1-1 as things stand. Ball whipped in deep. Pogba heads it down, can't get any purchase on it, and it goes behind for a Spurs goal kick. Pogba thought it took a touch off somebody, referee disagreed, and points for a Spurs goal kick. Craig, do you do fantasy football? I do, Ross, but I'm terrible at it, mate. I really am terrible. Mark Beast said, it'll be a winner. This is the same as like Liverpool versus Villa. Disallowed goal at the end, then a comeback from Liverpool. I feel this game will be the same. Oh, mate, the relief I felt yesterday when Trent scored that goal. Oh, God, we needed it badly. Pogba now. Little Cruyff turn in midfield, plays the ball back to Maguire. Lindelof. Again, kind of in between two United players there, and goes out for a Spurs throw-in. Again, folks, if you are enjoying the stream, we can probably get towards 16,500 subs on this one. We're less than 100 away, so if you are enjoying it, please take a second, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well. Really, really delighted to have you guys with us. So, thoughts on Pogba's haircut? Mate, who am I to be casting shade on anybody's haircut? You know what I mean, Killian? I'm not going to start throwing shade at anyone's haircut, mate. Look at the state of my head. Well, it's magnificent, let's be honest, but McTominay now, inside to Fred. Fred turns, referee plays an advantage. Pogba moves the ball out right hand side now to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He fires the ball across. Again, Rodon's there at the near post, puts it behind. It'll be another Manchester United corner. Ian, how are you, mate? Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. I've subbed 5 times already. Good man, Jens. That's what we like to see. $25 to go here in London, plus a bit of additional time. Again, apologies, my clock's a minute behind. Corner. Fernandes to take this one, not Shaw, so it'll be an outswinger. Fernandes whips it in. Ball breaks. United claim it for a penalty. You won't get it, mate. The referee is only, unless somebody's face got touched, in which case there'll be penalties and red cards issued. Ball across, Pogba. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Oh my God, Paul Pogba has just made an absolute mess of a glorious chance to put United 2-1 up there. And there's Luke Shaw taking a yellow for the team. Had to be done. Stop the Spurs counter-attack. The referee's wave play on though. Harry Kane has the ball. That'll be a yellow. Reguilon out to Son. What on earth was Pogba doing? And Ndombele. Okay, that dog next door needs to have a chill now. It's been, that barking's doing my head in. Spurs corner. Here comes ref to book Luke Shaw, who has his back turned like he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, it's one of those, I had to take it for the team to stop the counter-attack fouls. How did Pogba not bury this? He tried to be too cheeky. What was he at? Just turn and volley it, mate, and put your foot through it. You have to touch. Oh, that was just... He tried to just do something too cheeky rather than keep it simple. He could have buried that. Headed away by Pogba here to near post from the Spurs corner. Game now entering its final quarter, folks. All level here as things stand. That's a nice ball down the line to Son. Son left hand side now. Goes around the outside and then runs out of pitch. And it'll be a goal kick to United. If Craig's neighbour's dog goes missing, we know what. I'd never harm an animal, mate. I love dogs. I just don't like dogs that constantly bark. I don't know how it doesn't do their owner's head in, let alone my head in. But no, I love dogs. I have a dog myself. You notice you don't hear my dog barking though because my dog's better trained. The only time my dog won't shut up barking is when he's in the car. Lucas Moura. Ball into midfield. McTominay does well. Outworks. Spurs players, of course, want a free kick. Heaven forbid anybody touch them, let alone win the ball off them. How can there actually be people out there, by the way, and I don't care what club you support, that want Spurs to get Champions League football ahead of Liverpool if you're not a Spurs fan? I hate this shithousery. It does my head in. I can't stand teams that try and cheat their way to anything. Plus, they already blew their one shot at it when they came up against the mighty Reds. And we all know how that worked out in Madrid, don't we? Fernandez, ball in. Oh, good shout from the keeper. Good shout from Lloris there to let Dyer know he was behind him. Maguire now has his pocket pinched by Kane. Pulls him back and fouls him. Again, one of these got to take a yellow for the team. Referee comes across, gives him the yellow. Had to do it. In other words, Kane was away. What breed of dog do I have? It's a mixture, mate, between a Yorkshire Terrier and a Westie. Or a Scottish Terrier and a Westie, sorry. So basically a glorified mongrel, if you want to put it that way. But he's 10 now, nearly 11. Tiny little thing. His name's Gizmo. Free kick now to Spurs, wide right. Son to take it. United holding the defensive line along the edge of their 18-yard box. Don't forget, folks, we're nearly at 16.5k, so if you haven't yet subscribed, please do hit that button. Son gives the signal. Deep free kick in. It's headed by, I think, Aurier. Was it Aurier? I think it was Aurier, and it went over the bar anyway, harmlessly for a goal kick. You have a Bernese Mountain Dog, my goodness. I think the next dog we'll get, I think we'll probably get a pair of French Bulldogs. Won't get another dog while we have Gizmo though. But whenever time comes for Gizmo to pass on into the next realm, we'll probably get a pair of French Bulldogs. Don't feed Gizmo after midnight. That's exactly where he got his name from, Rodders, mate. Because he's got like two little sticky uppy ears. We got him. He's been shaved for the summer, so he doesn't have a heavy coat, and he looks even more like a little gremlin now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a cross deep to the far post. Ball breaks to Shaw. Shaw to Cavani. Back to Fred. Strike. Deflection. Sissoko has it now, and he clears lines for Spurs. Lucas Moura now. Spurs again on the counter-attack. Harry Kane has it. He spreads the ball out right-hand side to Ndombele. Ndombele plays the ball back across to Højbjerg. Højbjerg out to Son. Son rolls it down the line to Kane. Kane saved at his near post. United players appealing for the offside flag that never came. And it'll be another Spurs corner, this time out on the left-hand side. Good save with his feet again there from Dean Henderson. Collie's a lovely dog, Puskas is a god. I had a Wicklow Collie when I was a child. I just like small dogs, really. Although obviously Wicklow Collie wasn't, but that was, the dog my parents got. Ball in, headed away. Strike, second ball deflection. Oh my goodness, he would have been offside surely, but Aurier with the acrobatics there from about 5 yards out over the bar. I think he may have been offside. We'll see in the replay, but goes behind for a goal kick anyway. Both sides seem to be pushing for a winner here with 17 to go. Let's see if he was offside or not. Let's just keep an eye on Aurier. He was. He was definitely offside. So without a doubt he was offside, so wouldn't have stood either way. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now rolls it across to Lindelof. Maguire. Out left hand side to Shaw. Shaw infield, little 1-2 with Fred. Then gives it to Pogba. Pogba turns, has a look up. Plays it to Cavani. To Shaw. Cavani. Back to Pogba. Loads of space on the right hand side. Pogba floats it out to Mason Greenwood. When did he sneak on? Greenwood has a shot. Is it touched around for a corner or is it a goal kick? I think he's given a goal kick. Cuts inside. Pass Reguilon. Has a strike. Yeah, I don't think it did take a nick. I think it was a goal kick, alright. Who's been playing better? United have been better, I think, at dictating possession, but Spurs look dangerous on the counter-attack, as we know they are well capable of. Good nick of the ball there from Fred. Take it off Sissoko. Cavani, I think it was Sissoko. I didn't see the number. Maybe it was Ndombele actually, excuse me. McTominay steps in. Maguire. United now have it right hand side with Scott McTominay. 15 to go here in London plus stoppage time. 1-1 as things stand. Maguire. Pogba. Free kick. He's brought down. Is it, if it isn't shooting distance, this is right on the edge for either Rashford or Fernandes. It's probably about 30 yards out. I mean, Fernandes is over this. That has to be right on the edge. I mean, it's probably a little bit further than 30. It's probably between 30 and 35 yards out. Rashford went off, sorry. He was the one for Greenwood, was he? I didn't see that substitution, mate. So that'll be Fernandes or Fred over this by the looks of it. Surely it's got to be Bruno Fernandes that'll take it. 14 to go. Has to be right on the edge of shooting distance, this. He goes short, yeah, I was wondering. To McTominay. McTominay flicks it in. It's blocked by the Spurs player. Back with Scott McTominay. To Fred. Fred rolls it out to McTominay. McTominay turns, gives the ball inside to Lindelof. There's some space for Lindelof to work with here as he runs into it. Gives the ball to Mason Greenwood. He's dispossessed though. Lucas Moura now has a chance to counter for Spurs. Runs into traffic though. Fernandes goes down, holding his right foot. Referee's not interested. Aurier puts the ball out. I don't know what happened. Maybe he got his foot stood on. I didn't see. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, slight tread on his foot from Lucas Moura. I would say entirely accidental. Fred finally found his Brazilian passport. It looks like Lamela is going to come on here for Spurs as Mourinho maybe tries to push and win it. He takes off Ndombele for Lamela. Another change there for Spurs. 12 to go. Again, folks, don't forget, if you are enjoying the stream, take a second, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. I'll be back on Tuesday to do PSG versus Bayern Munich, and what a game that should be. Lots of stuff coming up over the week here on Mundo Sporto, so make sure you've got your notifications turned on as well. Fred now knocks the ball down the midfield, but only to Sissoko, but Fernandez steps in and wins it back. Greenwood now to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Back to Scott McTominay. McTominay infield to Fred. Fred drops the shoulder, rolls the ball out to Harry Maguire. Back to Fred. And for any Liverpool fans, of course, don't forget, I'll be live at 7 o'clock. Oh, goal! Cavani, diving header, 2-1 to Manchester United. He's got his goal, the one he was robbed of earlier on. Cavani scores. It was a wonderful pick out. Absolutely wonderful spot. And Cavani diving, heads the ball down, like you're taught to do, into the ground, past Hugo Lloris. And Manchester United have a 2-1 lead. Somebody called this in the chat earlier on, by the way, and whoever you are, take a bow. Let's just make sure Cavani's not offside. No, Spurs players have dropped. He's on. What a ball from Greenwood, and what a header. That is centre forward play there, that is, at his very best. What a header. Past Lloris before he knows what he can do. Brilliant pick out by Mason Greenwood. And you know what? I can't help feel like a little bit of justice has been done. And I'm a Liverpool fan, remember that. I just don't like shithouses getting away with stuff. And Cavani finally gets the goal that he should have had in the first half. And it's 2-1 to Manchester United. Lovely pick out by Mason Greenwood. Absolutely wonderful ball. Begging to be headed in by Cavani, who didn't need a second invitation. Excellent header there. I love a diving header. Doesn't everyone love a diving header? You don't see enough of them in football. Nothing more. Bar maybe a bicycle kick or something. You love a diving header. There's just something special about them. Somebody did call it in the chat as well. They said this rings of the Liverpool Villa game yesterday. My prediction, by the way, before the game was a 2-1 United win as well. But it's not over yet. There's 10 minutes to go. Lamela now. Switches to the cross to Serge Aurier. Aurier chests it down, has a strike, pulls it wide. Goal kick to Manchester United. Whoever it was that called it, as I said, well played. Gary, fair play to you, mate. Gary, who's a City supporter, said United should have never gotten robbed for a goal. Fair play to you, mate. That's a proper football fan right there, Gary. Well done, sir. I'm the same. I'm a Liverpool fan. I've no vested interest here in wanting United to win. Of course, well, maybe I do subconsciously. Maybe, you know, with the league table being as it is, Spurs losing would be more beneficial. But I'm more just annoyed about the way the goal was ruled out earlier on, mate. Gareth Bale getting ready to come on now as Mourinho gets ready to have a last roll of the dice. No, it wasn't Greenwood's goal. It was Cavani's goal, Ethan, but it was Greenwood with the assist. And what an assist it was, by the way. So Lucas Moura has gone off. He's gone off. Lucas Moura has gone off to be replaced by Gareth Bale. Henderson launches the goal kick long. Gotta send Goldbridge a message. Why not? Just sent Goldbridge a message there saying you got some justice there with Cavani getting his goal, because never should have been ruled out in the first half. Again, as I said earlier on, these officials are just ruining our sport. VAR ruining the game. Throw into Spurs now, left hand side. Bossman said, I'm sorry, just like a bit of banter, but Trent's assist was way better to Asensio. Good banter, mate, to be fair. I still find it hard to laugh about it having lost and all, mate. You know, it still stings. Ooh, Lindelof got the shout there from Henderson, but felt that he had to put it behind anyway. I don't know what he was thinking, mate. I still don't know what he was thinking, Trent, with that. But all is forgiven after yesterday's thunderbolt, mate. It was yesterday, wasn't it? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Yeah, yesterday's. Day's going good, thank you, Carter. Oh, son! That's just hit the post. Spurs have just hit the post, and I don't know if it was a United head that knocked it onto the post, but it's being cleared. I'm sure we'll see the replay in a minute. Bale whips the ball in now. It's headed away by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Sissoko sweeps it out left-hand side looking for Son. I don't know whose head that came off, but it hit the post anyway. We haven't seen the replay yet because Spurs are still in possession. Sissoko now. Out to Reguilon. Bale making a burst forward. Kane has it now. Kane with a strike. Takes a deflection. It'll go behind. We'll probably see the replay now. Was it Cavani's head? It came off a United player's head there at one point. Ball comes in. It's flicked on by Pogba. And it is Cavani. And do you know what? He has to get a touch on it. If he doesn't get a touch on it, there's probably... Yeah, Sissoko's there for a tap in. So Cavani heading onto his own post was actually a good thing. Corner whipped in. Ball drops down. Henderson. I like the way he's the presence of mind there to take an extra second at his feet before he picks it up. But yeah, if Cavani didn't get that touch on it, Sissoko was waiting behind him to power in a header. So Cavani onto his own post, but had to be done. It was Pogba with the first flick at the near post and then Cavani with the second one. And it comes off the post, and as I said, if Cavani didn't head that, then Sissoko was there. He was going to bury a header. Cavani does well in possession here. Feeds it to Pogba left hand side. Pogba tries the ball through. Good covering again from Houlden, and he puts it out, and it'll be a throw into United left hand side. Sorry folks, I genuinely am still on coffee. I only got up at like 3:30. This is my second cup of coffee. I'm a night owl. I only go to bed at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, stuff like that. 4.5 minutes to go. Again, my clock's a minute behind, folks. Apologies on that. Fernandes now. Fred. Shaw. Ball up the line. Looking for Bruno Fernandes. Pogba. Nice turn by him. Again, just trying to kill time in the corner flag, but he manages to find his way into the penalty area. Pogba uses his strength well, rolls the ball back to Fernandes. Luke Shaw. Fernandes now across to Fred. Fred to Shaw. Looks like Harry Kane's going to be asking for that transfer that he was speaking of there during the week. Reported on Sky, if Spurs don't get Champions League football, Kane might ask Mr. Daniel Levy for a transfer. Right folks, we're getting close to 16,500 subs, so please do hit that subscribe button. And we're only one like off 200. Come on folks. Got it. There's 252 people watching. Everyone take a second to hit that like button. I don't know what the fuck Expressions is fuming about. They cheated their way in the first half to having a goal ruled out. So Spurs are bottlers anyway, we know that. It's in their DNA. I used to like Spurs until Mourinho came on board. Never understood the meaning of bringing that clown into the club. Don't like Mourinho one bit. Don't like the way he gets his teams to go about doing stuff. Respect his achievements, of course. You won't deny what the man's won in the game. And he will go down, and rightly so, as one of the all-time great managers. But I think he has had his day. Good tackle that by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ball deep. Oh, good goalkeeping there by Henderson under pressure from Bale. Comes and collects it. Is it harsh though, Jeremy? I mean, again, Jeremy, I'm willing to have your input on this, mate. I know we have our back and forths on it, but I don't know if it is harsh, mate. I mean, let's look at the year Leicester won the league. I think you guys were very well placed to challenge for that. The Champions League final, look, I'd never call somebody losing the Champions League final bottling it, because that's the big occasion. And especially when you give away a penalty in the first couple of minutes, mate. But I think you have to understand where I'm coming from a little bit, Jeremy, mate. With the players Spurs have had in the past few seasons, under Pochettino, under Mourinho, again, I don't know, mate. You as a person, Jeremy, you know I've nothing but time for, mate. But I don't know. I think it might be, mate. Like, Leicester having a bit of a wobble now as well in the Premier League. Like, they've won the Premier League, so they'll always get their credit for that. But I don't know. I think there's something in it, mate. And I think, it's a subconscious thing, mate. I think, like the weight of Liverpool not winning the Premier League for 30 years, mate. I mean, that lived with us for a long time and put a lot of pressure on the Liverpool players and staff to finally get over the line. Spurs seem to struggle to get themselves over the line, said Rodders. Matic coming on now for United with a minute plus stoppage time to go. Bruno Fernandes coming off. Would you okay, Jeremy, let's ask this question, and I mean this in all sincerity. Do you feel that with the players Spurs have had in the past 6 years that they've underachieved? Would that be a fair thing to say, Jeremy? I mean, getting to a Champions League final, as I said, I'd never accuse a team of bottling a final, because first time their big occasion can get to the best of people. But I don't think Spurs have achieved enough with the crop of players that they've had, mate, under both Pochettino and now under Mourinho. Shaw steps in now. He's fouled. That'll be a free kick to United. Keen, talk to you soon, buddy. No update on VVD, Adam, but I will be doing a late night agenda. 6 minutes of additional time added on by the officials. 6 minutes to go here in London. Where's Jeremy's? Hard to say, mate. We don't have the money. Again, though, Jeremy, on the money thing, we aren't a wealthy club in that sense with regards to our net spend either. But look, I mean, you've got in your chairman, you've got one of the best negotiators in the business in Daniel Levy. As I've always said, mate, you've got that magnificent new stadium there as well, which I've had the fortune of going to. It is class. So the money thing, I don't know. Maybe we got very lucky with our recruitment team and our scouting system, because I know we've spent a lot of money on some players like Van Dijk and all, but most of that was brought in by selling other big players like Coutinho and the like. So I mean, it's a difficult argument. I get where you're coming from as well. I appreciate your side of it, Jeremy. Free kick here to United anyway. 1 minute of the 6 gone. Ref's been busy with the yellows today, hasn't he? United put the free kick down towards the corner. Pag? What's a pag, Craig? It's similar to a flag, but when Pogba's down there, it's called a pag. That's I don't know. I'm trying to bail myself out here. Pogba chested it anyway, and then Spurs player came across, put it out. It'd be Manchester United throw in down near the corner. Pag. Someone said 21 incoming, Craig. Hopefully not, mate. I mean, don't get me wrong, this result does work better for Liverpool, but I don't want United to win the league. Far from it, mate. McTominay there, stepping over Luke Shaw, who's lying on the ground with the ball. Plays it out left hand side to Fred. Fred up the line to Pogba. That's a Manchester United throw in. I don't know what Højbjerg was appealing for there, mate. You clearly kicked the ball out of play. We've nearly had 3 minutes of the 6 that have been added on by the official. Again, apologies, my clock's a minute behind, folks. Am I proud of this result from United? I'm not proud of it, mate. I'm never proud of anything United do, but it definitely is a result that helps me as a Liverpool fan. Helps us in our push for a top 4 spot. Which, you know, as I said earlier on, there could be 2 places to play for now. Leicester seem to be dragging themselves into a fight for top 4 after looking like they were almost certainties. And they've a very tough last few 3 or 4 games as well. Houlden now goes out left-hand side to Højbjerg. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Of all the signings that Mourinho's made, I think Højbjerg has been a very, very good piece of business for Spurs. I think he was the bit of steel that midfield needed. I do like Højbjerg as a footballer. Shaw. Oh, bit of a late challenge on him there. Referee I think he got a call from his lino or something because Aurier, I think, did catch Shaw in the follow through. How do I feel about the car controversy? That's gone over my head, mate. No idea what you're talking about there. What's the car controversy? Have I missed something here, folks? Two minutes of additional time to go here. United with the 2-1 lead. They went 1-0 down to a Son goal. Equalised with... who scored United's equaliser again? Fred, yeah, Fred with the equaliser. And then it was a beautiful ball in from Mason Greenwood that was diving header from Cavani to make it 2-1. Oh, VAR, sorry. I was thinking, what's the car? Oh man, it was a joke. Should have been a goal. I was fuming about it. Not because I care about either side, because I care about the sport. And I was fuming that goal was ruled out. I mean, it's a contact sport. I talked through it earlier on. Again, United pumped the ball forward. Rodon's underneath it. He heads it down. Fred gets there, rolls it into Cavani. Cavani to Pogba. Pogba goes past a couple of United players, squares it out to Mason Greenwood now. Greenwood goes round the outside, puts it in. It's 3-1 United. Game, set and match. Greenwood with the late strike to kill off any hope Spurs had of coming back into the game. Late goal. Manchester United 3, Spurs 1. And the 3 points heading back to Old Trafford with Rodney Gunnar-Solskjaer's side. Mason Greenwood gets a goal that, you know what, his assist earlier probably deserves, because that was a great ball in. And again, nice play here. Little link up with Cavani. Pogba does well. Shakes off 2 Spurs players. Rolls the ball out to Greenwood. Greenwood goes round the outside, then buries it. You have to say, if you're Lloris, you don't want to be beaten at your near post there, but it was a ferocious shot. Greenwood, a couple of step overs, goes past Reguilon. Yeah, look, I'm standing over. As a goalkeeper there, you don't want to be beaten at your near post. But Greenwood won't care one bit. Powerful strike by him, and it's 3-1 to United, and that will be game, set and match. Looks like Kane will be handing in that transfer request. Yes, Pogba assist, yes. It would be a Pogba assist. Although assist in this term is a bit harsh on Greenwood. Referee blows the whistle, folks. It's all over. Manchester United have beaten Spurs by 3-1 after going a goal down. Having a goal ruled out as well from Cavani. They keep on their push to try and hunt down Manchester City. But from my perspective as a Liverpool fan, obviously this result helps us. And I'll be back on Tuesday for a watch-along of PSG versus Bayern Munich. Before you head off, folks, please do hit that subscribe button. And again, I want to say a massive thank you to the folks at the OneFootball app, without whom we wouldn't be here today. There is a link into the chat. Before you head off, if you haven't downloaded the OneFootball app, go to the link in the chat or in the description of the stream, or your Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Download the OneFootball app. We're going to be doing OneFootball specific shows and that at some points as well, so make sure you have the app ready. It has everything you need: player statistics, match fixtures, all the content that you need in one fantastic, fan-friendly football app. So make sure you download it, folks. Again, really appreciate you guys being with us. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Liverpool fans, I'll see you at 7 o'clock. Until then, take care.